I'm going to demonstrate a shortcut to finding the least common multiple for 4 and 14. But let's go ahead and start with the traditional approach. If I had the numbers 4 and 14, what we could do is we could list them out. To get multiples, you multiply. 4 times 1 is 4, 4 times 2 is 8, 4 times 3 is 12, 4 times 4 is 16, and so on. 14 times 1 is 14, 14 times 2 is 28, 14 times 3 is 42, and so on. All of these numbers are multiples of 4 and 14, and the number that is smallest that's in common is 28. This process can take a really long time. So what I'd like to consider is do a factor tree for each one of these numbers. For the number 4, that would be 2 times 2. And then for the number 14, that would be 2 multiplied by 7. Okay, now we're just going to force them to be the same. So this one right here has 2 2's, and that one only has 1 2. So to force them to be the same, this one would need a 2. This one right here doesn't have a 7, so let's put a 7 with that one. Now they're identical. So our least common multiple is going to be 2 times 2 times 7, which equals 28. To use the shortcut to find the least common multiple of 24 and 180, you want to begin by making yourself a factor tree. Thinking of two numbers that multiply together to get 24, we might use 4 times 6. And then for 4, let's say 2 times 2, and 6, 2 times 3. We have prime numbers, so on to 180. Two numbers that multiply together to get 180, we could use 10 multiplied by 18. Then for 10, we can go with 2 times 5, and 18 is 2 times 9. Let's keep going because 9 can be broken down into 3 times 3. Bring down this 2, bring down the 5, and bring down the 2. Okay, next, I just want to force them to be the same. So if I'm going to force them to be the same, this one has 1, 2, 3 2's, and this one only has 2 2's. So let's put an extra 2 with this one. This one has 2 3's, and that one only has 1 3. So this one needs an extra 3. This one has a 5, and this one does not have a 5, so it needs a 5. Now, both of them are identical. So let's write down what that is. We have 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, and 5. As my last example, I'm actually going to do the easiest one. If I wanted the least common multiple for 2 and 3, that's when the basic method really shines. For 2 and 3, I start listing out multiples of 2 by multiplying by 1. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, and so on. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6, 3 times 3 is 9, and so on. You can see we have a lot of multiples, and 6 is the least common multiple. If we use that shortcut method, the 2 and 3, they can't be broken down anymore. They're already prime numbers. So if I'm going to force them to be the same, then ultimately this 2 needs a 3, and this 3 needs a 2. They are now the same, so 2 multiplied by 3 is 6, and there is our least common multiple.